Good morning. Today is Thursday, April the 12th. No, the 13th. I think I said Thursday. Today we're going to talk about uh, charging for your finished items, whether it be knitting, crocheting, macrame, uh, card making, whatever you do. If you sell it, you need to charge enough to at least cover um, your cost. But you should also be able to charge enough to maybe make a little bit off of it. Now, as crafters, we know we're not going to make what we should an hour. And as much as I would like us to be able to make at least minimum wage an hour, I just don't see that really happening. Now, some people do. They do charge and they do make at least minimum wage, if not more, because, they're making, silver jewelry or whatever it is that they're making, and people will pay the prices for that. Sadly, they don't understand or realize that, yes, we do enjoy what we're doing, but it does take us time, and it takes equipment, and it takes product, and we have to pay for all of that. Now, that being said, if I charged $15 an hour, because you can get a job at fast food where I live for $15 an hour. Some places might be more. Some places might be less. Oops, it did get a little dark. I'm sitting inside on my couch in front of my bay window, and the sun is coming in. I was going to sit outside on my porch, but unfortunately the sun is right where it makes it hot. And it is warm today. It's supposed to get up around 80 or so today, and I think it's already up around 70 something. For those who don't know, I live in Southwest Virginia in the Christiansburg area, and for those that are new, I am Kathy, aka the Crazy Knitting Nana. I sell my knitting. I do commissioned work mostly. I want to try and get some gifts done up and the commission work that I have on hand to get done. And then I want to start trying to make things to have so I can start going back and doing vendor events, craft and vendor events. I used to be a direct seller for several companies, and I used to do the vendor events so that I, could make the money. I don't work outside of the home. So this is going to become my full-time job, is doing these videos and teaching you how to knit and how to do certain techniques. I was sick all last week, so that's why this is so late coming out. I couldn't talk. If I had tried to do a video, it would have just been squeak, squeak, squeak. And I still got a little bit of a stopped up head and stopped up ear. So if I'm yelling, I'm sorry, but I feel like I'm in a barrel. And if I'm talking too low, I'm sorry. And welcome to my video, to my channel. As you may know, I am going to hold a giveaway once I reach 100 people. And then I will do another giveaway once I reach 500 people. And the 100 people will be a really nice tote. And I'm not showing you anything yet. I'm just going to give you a teaser, a nice tote filled with yarn. And so we'll get back on track now. So I do commission work, and I will post some pictures on here. Probably, let's see, maybe up here I will try to do it up here somewhere, right along here. Okay? I'm just learning a lot right now. And I found out a great video editor program, so I'm going to give it a try. And if I can use it and it works, then I'll post those pictures of things I have finished. But not only do I sell my work, I do make gifts and give gifts out. I have made a few items for me, but I'm just not the type to make a lot for myself. I love to knit, but I love to share it. I also belong to a group that gives to those in need, so I knit and crochet sometimes for that group. So a commission set that I just finished, and I'm charging $20 for it. So some of you may say, oh, that's too much for that. No, it's too little. But it's what I know the customer will pay. And we'll get into why it's not enough. Okay? But these are the little Mary Jane booties that I made. She's getting a little granddaughter. And she wanted me to make the little Mary Jane booties. Those are the little buttons. I wanted to put angel buttons on them, but the angel buttons were too big. I also made, so she's not just getting the booties. I'm working on getting a hat on my hand so you can see it a little bit better. I do have a doll that I use, but I'm not going to get up and go get the doll just for these two items when I can just kind of, oops, there I went out again. So I also made this cute little bonnet, which has a little strap for under the chin and an angel button. She tends to lay sideways. And then just so you can see I hope you can see it. I'll look at this before I post it. So that's $20. I also will post the baby sweater for a little boy that I made that I charged $20. I should have charged $30. I will be honest with you. So how do you determine how much to charge? We get asked this on Facebook groups all the time. How much should I charge? Some will use a dishcloth for how much. For example, okay? So you have to buy your equipment. So in my case, that's needles, knitting needles, darning needles, stitch markers. I don't always need a stitch marker, but I do need stitch markers. Stitch holders, because sometimes you have to put some stitches on a holder while you work other stitches, and then you pick those up. And I'll explain that in a Learn To video. Stitch holders, stitch markers, darning needles for weaving in leftover yarn. There's cable needles. Those are for making the nice little twists that you'll see on some sweaters and things. They're called cables. When they're twisting around. I'm just using my fingers because I don't have anything to show you right now. Like that. And then, of course, the consumables. Your yarn, your buttons, your decorative, whatever you're going to use on your knitting. And I know that I'm forgetting some notions. Your row counters, just different things. So you have to buy your equipment. You have to buy your consumables. So for me, let's do a dishcloth, because that doesn't take a whole lot of equipment or consumables. Sometimes, depending on my dishcloth, I might need to use stitch markers. I always have to have my needles. And you definitely have to have your yarn. The cheapest yarn that I can get is $1.99. The most expensive is $4, maybe $4 something. Now, I'm talking about yarn that you would use for dishcloths, not... So you would want a cotton. Now, cotton blend is okay, but you want a thick cotton. You don't want a light cotton. A light cotton is nice for t-shirts. So I'm going to go with sugar and cream. Actually, peaches and cream is $2. The Dollar Tree, $1.25 for their cotton. But I'm going to go with the Midway cotton that I used to get all the time, and that was the sugar and cream. And I can get it for $2.99 before tax. Now, I didn't figure out my taxes. It's in my area, it's $2.99 times 5.3%. So we'll say we'll say $3 and just not worry about it. So $3 for my cotton. I can get about 2.5 out of 2.5 dishcloths out of a $3 ball of cotton. Now, when I say this, some of you go say, "Well, you're just charging way too much. You all should only charge $1.50 or $1." Nope. And I get upset when I see people charging $3. I charge $5 a dishcloth. Why? Because it takes me 2 hours to make one. I'm slow. Of course, I don't always just sit there and knit. I put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, because I might have to put it down and answer the phone, or I might have to put it down and, go do something or whatever. But I figure it takes me about 2 hours to make a dishcloth. Now, 2 hours at minimum, well, let's say at what some of these fast food places around me are offering per hour. That's $15. So $15 an hour, that's $30. That's, and then for the product, that makes it $35. Now, why do I charge $5? One, I have to use my gas and go get the yarn. Two, I have to use my tools, which costs me money. So, $5. It doesn't matter how simple the dishcloth is or how intricate it is. It's $5 for a dishcloth. Now, I do give a break. If you buy 3, I only charge you $12. If you buy 4, I charge you $16. I don't go any lower than 12, and I don't do a break. I might do a break. If you buy 5, I might give you 1 free. So that would be 6 for 20, right? No, 25. So I do give little breaks if you buy in bulk, I guess you could say, or buy multiples. But that covers that $5, because I can't charge somebody $35 for a dishcloth. I know I wouldn't pay it. Would you? Didn't think so. So I charge $5 per cloth, which means I can either go back and buy 4 more things of sugar and cream, or I can take some of that and put that money in my pocket and say I made this much, which is fine. Now, I'm charging $20 for the booties and the hat. The yarn I used had been on clearance for $1, I think it was $1.49. And it normally is $5.99. So, or I think it was $4.99 was the price on the tag. I'm sorry. I think the price on the tag was $4.99. So that's 4 times the amount of the yarn before taxes. A little more than that, because I always just say $5. Throw that penny on there. Makes it easier. So that's 4 times the amount, which really, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting in the sunshine and my phone is trying to, I guess, adjust. So for a dishcloth, I should really be making $35 a dishcloth. If you walked up to my table and you saw my dishcloths for $35 each, you'd turn around and walk away. So we got into that discussion last night about what I sold the baby sweater for and what I'm going to sell the baby hat and booties for. And, one of the ladies who's a knitter, and she's also a quilter, and she has gotten burned because people asked her to make things and then said she was charging too much, or, it wasn't quite perfect. We're human. Nobody's perfect, and nothing, I hate to tell y'all this, but if you look close enough, nobody's work is perfect. So don't look that close. I try to get mine as perfect as I can. I try to make sure there's no holes in it, and that it's not going to fall apart, and that the buttons are on there securely. I was taught how to sew on buttons by my grandma, one of my grandmas, and she taught me how to sew them on securely. So I do that because babies will stick things in their mouth. I hope that they don't get these buttons in their mouth. So that's my thing. People don't understand. Crafters, yes, we enjoy doing this. For some crafters, it's just a little pocket money. Or, it's enough to go buy more yarn. Some crafters, it's how they make their money. It's how they pay their bills. It's not just pocket money or a little something extra on the side, or, yeah, we enjoy doing that. It's our job. And when you want to give us $5 for a hat, you're cheating us. And for those crocheters and knitters out there who charge $5 for a hat, you're making those of us who paid more for their yarn maybe, or this is the way they earn their living, and $10 for a hat is, not unreasonable. Yeah. And I will tell you another pet peeve of mine, and you're probably tired of listening to my voice. I don't know. But you can always leave. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me. Another pet peeve is when somebody comes up and looks at my stuff and says, I can go to Walmart and get this for $2. Well, go right ahead. So can millions of other people. Mine's original. Now, I might have the same dishcloth. Oh, I'm sorry. I started shaking. Sorry about that. I started to shake. Did I quit? No, I didn't quit. Okay. Sorry. Phone call came in, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't answer every phone call that comes on my phone. So even if it's the same dishcloth, say there's a dishcloth pattern called Grandmother's Favorite. And I love making those. They're quick, they're simple, and they're nice looking. And a lot of people love them. They have the little frilly edge, the holes around the edge. I charge $5 for them. Like I said, doesn't matter. $5. It's my time, my equipment, my consumables. No, I know, you can't eat it, but it's still a consumable because you sell it, people buy it. And you have to replace it. So, when people say, oh, I can get those at Walmart for, $1 or $2 or 50 in a pack for $10. Well, no, you can't get that. They don't make those. They don't put those in Walmart. Each one is different. It's either a different color or maybe I made a small mistake in there. I'm not perfect. Even though they may all look the same, they're not all the same. And again, like I say, I try to do dishcloths with themes and fun things, and I try to use dishcloths to learn a new technique, and that's what I do on my channel too. I will be using dishcloths to teach techniques. Of course, that means I have to write up patterns because really I shouldn't use somebody else's pattern. Now, some patterns are very old, and nobody knows who wrote them or where they came from. They've just been handed down from generation to generation, like grandmother's favorite. So I don't mind using it, and I change it up a little bit when I use it for teaching. So that's my disclaimer there. If you're new to the channel, I said this in the beginning, I'm going to be doing a giveaway at 100. So if you find that you like this channel, please subscribe, hit that like button. Tell me what you do as far as crafting. And do you go and sell your crafts? And share. And as I like to say, because I want you to know you are loved, and I am here for you. I have 2 ears, dry shoulders, and I'm willing to listen. You can leave me a message here saying contact me, or I'll have my information below. I'm on Facebook. I have a page on Facebook called Kathy's Knitting Corner. And that's how you find it. It's Kathy's Crafty Corner, but it won't come up if you put that in. It's under Kathy's Knitting Corner. And that's with a C. And the corner's with a C, but knitting is with a K. So you can find me on Facebook, Kathy Williams, Kathy with a C, Williams, and it'll have K4NIT. I am also an amateur radio operator. If you find me there, send me a friend request and let me know, that you met me on YouTube and that you need to talk, and I will accept your friend request and we can talk. Okay? But remember, you're loved. Thank you for visiting and listening. Have a great day.